Have you ever felt that even the smallest daily habits can start to feel overwhelming after 70? You're not alone. As we grow older, what once seemed routine, like taking a daily shower, can suddenly pose hidden dangers to our health, comfort, and even independence. Imagine something as simple as a warm bath turning into a cause of skin problems, painful fatigue, or worse life. That's not just a scary thought, it's reality for many seniors. And if you're over 70 or care for someone who is, this is one of the most important conversations you'll ever hear. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about being informed. Today we're exposing 7 science-backed truths that could change the way you think about hygiene forever. You might be bathing more than you need. You might be unknowingly putting yourself at risk. But don't worry, this video isn't about fear. It's about empowerment, wisdom, and elderly reflections. We're diving deep into what the experts, doctors, and real seniors are finally saying out loud. And it's time we listen, because your health and your future matter. And it all starts with what you do in your own bathroom. If you're someone who values senior health, elderly wisdom, inspiration, and life lessons from the elderly, or you're simply looking to live more comfortably and confidently after 70, then this is the video for you. Before we dive into the first truth, take a moment to support content like this video if you're learning something already, and subscribe for more motivational insights and practical guidance tailored to seniors. Your support helps us spread this vital message to others who need it most. Let's begin. Do you ever stop and wonder, after all these years of daily showers and long warm baths, if maybe you've been doing it wrong all along? Especially now after turning 70, when every ounce of energy matters more, and your skin, balance, and immune system don't recover the way they used to. What if that long-trusted hygiene routine is no longer hurting but quietly hurting? You've likely never heard your doctor say this out loud, but it's time we break the silence, because how often seniors bathe after 70 might just determine how long they remain independent, injury-free, and even emotionally stable. That's not an exaggeration, it's a wake-up call. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover truths that sound shocking, maybe even go against what you've believed for decades, but they're grounded in science and real stories from people just like you. We're not talking about letting yourself go or abandoning cleanliness. No, this is about protecting your skin, preserving your strength, and finding smarter ways to stay fresh and healthy without sacrificing safety. Stick with me, because what you're about to learn might help you or a loved one avoid an infection, a fall, or a serious health spiral. If you're here, chances are you care deeply about living your best years with wisdom, dignity, and strength. We're creating content rooted in elderly reflections, senior health research, and the real-life wisdom that only age and experience can offer. So if these insights speak to you, if you find them valuable, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to stay updated with more life lessons from the elderly. Let's keep this journey going together. Truth number 1, let's begin with a surprising but important truth. Daily bathing, which we've always assumed was healthy, can actually damage senior skin. Aging brings many changes, and while some are visible, like gray hair or wrinkles, others are subtle yet far more serious. Your skin, which once bounced back with ease, now struggles to recover from dryness, harsh soaps, and excessive washing. According to research from the University of Pittsburgh and UCSF, the skin's outer layer, epidermis, becomes thinner, while deeper layers lose elasticity due to the decline of collagen and elastin. Sebaceous glands, which produce the oils that keep skin soft and moisturized, reduce their output significantly. Add to that less active sweat glands, and your skin becomes vulnerable to cracking, itching, and even infection. Linda Thompson, now 74, remembers how she loved a long hot bath every evening. But after several winters of constant dry patches, open cracks, and unbearable itching, her dermatologist explained that her well-loved habit was actually harming her aging skin. It felt like betrayal, Linda said. But once I changed my routine, my skin and my sleep got better. Hot water dissolves the skin's natural oils. Alkaline soaps disrupt its pH balance. Over time, this leads to exhausted, dry, rough, scaly skin that can bleed and become infected. What used to be a refreshing daily ritual has quietly become a threat to comfort, confidence, and health. Truth number 2. Now here's a shift in thinking that may surprise you. Bathing less often can actually help protect your skin and your health from infections. It might sound counterintuitive, but scientific research is now confirming what some elderly people have discovered by intuition. Bathing less frequently, especially after 70, helps preserve skin integrity and lowers the risk of infection. The New England Journal of Medicine highlighted studies showing that seniors who bathed 2 to 3 times a week had fewer skin tears, fewer infections, and even fewer hospitalizations related to hygiene complications. George Miller, 81, used to bathe every single day until a minor fall during a post-shower dizziness episode left him with 6 stitches. His doctor suggested reducing his bathing frequency and switching to sponge baths in between. George reports not only better skin health but also feeling more energized. As skin becomes more fragile with age, even a gentle rub with a towel can cause micro-tears. Frequent exposure to water and soap strips away oils, leaving skin brittle. Cracks invite bacteria, especially for seniors with slower immune response. Fewer baths mean more time for the skin to heal and regenerate. Truth number 3. And then there's an even bigger risk to consider. One that's far more immediate than dry skin or minor infections: the risk of falling. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults aged 65 and older falls each year. For seniors, the bathroom is the most dangerous room in the house. Not because it's dirty, but because it's slippery. Stepping into a wet tub or onto a soapy floor with reduced balance and slow reflexes is a recipe for disaster. And yet, many seniors still force themselves into a daily shower just to feel clean enough. But at what cost? Margaret Olson, 76, slipped while exiting her bathtub after her evening shower. The fall broke her hip, and the recovery took almost 10 months. All that pain just because I felt I needed to be spotless every day, she says. The American Geriatric Society stresses that daily showers increase exposure to high-risk situations. The steam from hot water lowers blood pressure and can cause dizziness. Wet surfaces challenge weakened balance. Muscles tired from standing too long raise falls risk. Reducing bath frequency, say, to twice a week, and relying on sponge baths or seated rinses in between can slash that danger dramatically. A little dirt is far less dangerous than a broken bone. When we prioritize senior safety, cleanliness must be redefined to match the realities of aging. Truth number 4. You may not realize it, but your body is already equipped with a powerful self-cleaning system that does more than you think. Our skin is more than just a passive surface. It's a living, breathing ecosystem with natural defenses that operate without our conscious input. The outermost layer of your skin, along with the microbiome, a community of beneficial bacteria, acts as a shield, maintaining hydration and fighting off harmful invaders. These bacteria aren't there by accident. They break down sweat and oils, protect against infections, and help keep your skin balanced. When you scrub too hard or bathe too often, especially with hot water and harsh soap, you disrupt this natural defense system. Seniors, whose skin already produces less oil and regenerates more slowly, are especially vulnerable. And according to the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, frequent washing destroys these helpful microbes and compromises the skin's barrier. This doesn't mean never bathe. It means understanding that sometimes doing less is actually doing more for your body. The skin naturally sheds dead cells and renews itself. Trust that process. Think of it not as neglect, but as cooperation with the design nature intended. Truth number 5. Prepare yourself for a surprising guideline that may change your perspective. On personal hygiene, most doctors now recommend that seniors bathe only once or twice a week. That's right. Not every day, not every other day. Once or twice a week. This advice comes straight from leading institutions like the American Academy of Dermatology and senior care specialists at Johns Hopkins University. They aren't saying this out of convenience or cost-cutting. They're saying it because aging skin requires a different kind of care. Our culture has spent decades preaching the gospel of daily showers. We associate cleanliness with discipline, pride, and even morality. But as we cross into our 70s, our needs change. Daily bathing begins to deplete us rather than renew us. Dr. Sandra Matthews, a geriatrician with over 30 years of experience, has guided countless elderly patients through the difficult process of unlearning daily bathing. It's one of the hardest things to convince someone of, she says, because people think hygiene equals health. But after 70, the wrong routine can lead to skin breakdown, infections, even hospital visits. Instead, she advises tailoring bathing frequency to individual needs. If someone spends most of their time indoors and doesn't sweat much, daily bathing is unnecessary. Spa cleaning underarms, groin, feet, face, may be all that's needed between full washes. For those dealing with incontinence, of course, cleaning after accidents is important, but that doesn't mean the entire body must be washed every time. Let's revisit an example. Robert, a retired jazz musician now living in Phoenix, used to shower every morning out of habit. At 82, he began noticing severe fatigue after each bath. He'd have to lie down for an hour just to recover. Once he cut back to twice a week and used warm cloth wipes in between, not only did his skin improve, but his energy stabilized. "I realized I was burning energy I didn't have," Robert said. "And for what? I wasn't dirty. I just thought I was supposed to." Truth number 6. Few people talk about this, but daily bathing can significantly drain a senior's physical energy. And sometimes it can even be dangerous. We often think of bathing as relaxing, but for someone over 70, can become an exhausting ordeal. Reduced stamina, stiffer joints, and balance issues all turn a simple shower into a challenge. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association highlighted how bathing increases cardiovascular strain. Hot water dilates blood vessels and lowers blood pressure, making seniors feel dizzy or lightheaded, especially risky in a slippery environment. Seniors with arthritis often describe how hard it is just to lift their arms or bend over to scrub. For those with neuropathy or back pain, the effort of washing feet or shampooing hair is borderline impossible. A shower that lasts 15 minutes might cost them hours of fatigue. For some, it even triggers breathlessness, especially if they have chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Imagine stepping into the shower and feeling your chest tighten with steam, your joints aching, your hands trembling, then trying to towel off, moisturize, and dress, all before collapsing into bed from exhaustion. Evelyn, 79, a widow living alone in Seattle, used to dread her showers. "It took everything out of me," she shared. "Afterward, I didn't want to cook, talk, or do anything. I felt defeated by something that used to refresh me." When she switched to seated sponge baths and twice-weekly showers, her quality of life improved dramatically. She was no longer wasting her best hours on basic hygiene. She could garden again, join her local senior book club, visit her grandchildren. What we do with our energy matters. Seniors deserve to spend theirs on joy, not just survival. Truth number 7. Hygiene after 70 is about so much more than bathing. It's about smarter routines that support dignity and independence. If you're still imagining that stepping into the tub is the only way to stay clean, it's time to widen that perspective. Personal care doesn't always mean a full-body wash. In fact, redefining hygiene to fit senior life can be empowering. Think spot cleaning, gentle wipes, oral hygiene, fresh clothes, and grooming. These smaller routines protect comfort and health, without the burden of a slippery shower or a long recovery. Products like no-rinse body wipes or warm washcloths are lifesavers for people with mobility issues. Dry shampoo eliminates the need for standing under a hot stream. Fresh undergarments, breathable fabrics, and a splash of deodorant do wonders. And don't underestimate the power of oral care. Brushing, flossing, and mouthwash not only fight disease but boost confidence. Seniors deserve to feel fresh, clean, and proud of themselves. Without unnecessary effort, caregivers too benefit from this mindset. It reduces their workload, lowers fall risk, and keeps their loved ones emotionally strong. Studies in geriatric nursing show that seniors who shift to adaptive hygiene routines report higher satisfaction and fewer skin problems. In essence, hygiene after 70 isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, with intention, wisdom, and grace. As we reflect on the 7 truths doctors wish every senior knew, the message becomes clear. Caring for yourself after 70 isn't about sticking rigidly to habits you learned decades ago. It's about adapting with wisdom. In this final part of our journey, let's take a moment to truly digest what we've learned and look at how to turn these truths into meaningful, life-affirming change. The insights shared weren't just cold facts. They were real stories, research-backed lessons, and heartfelt reflections. From people who've walked this path, from understanding how our skin changes, to embracing the science that tells us less bathing can be more protective, to seeing hygiene not as a performance but as an act of grace, we're learning to live smarter, not harder. It's a different kind of motivation, one rooted in self-respect and longevity. Take Evelyn from Seattle or Robert from Phoenix. Each of their journeys revealed something deeper. That aging gracefully is not about resisting change, but about making thoughtful adjustments. What if just one change, cutting back on bathing, mean you could spend more time doing what brings you peace? Whether that's gardening, reading, connecting with loved ones, or simply sitting by the window with a cup of tea, undisturbed by pain or fatigue. So what can you do next? First, begin by rethinking your routine. Not with guilt, but with self-awareness. Instead of defaulting to a daily bath because that's how it's always been, ask yourself, what does my body need today? For many seniors, a twice-weekly shower is more than sufficient. On other days, a warm cloth to clean the underarms, groin, feet, and face can maintain freshness without overburdening the skin or exhausting the body. This shift doesn't mean lowering hygiene. It means upgrading it to match your phase of life. It's a routine that supports both health and happiness. Next, think about the tools that support this new approach. A few thoughtful additions: no-rinse body wipes, dry shampoo, soft microfiber towels, and gentle pH-balanced cleansers can make all the difference. They empower you to clean in comfort, even on days when stepping in. Then there's your physical environment. Is your bathroom working for you or against you? Making small but impactful modifications, like installing grab bars, non-slip mats, a shower chair, or even lowering towel racks, can dramatically reduce risk while increasing confidence. For someone with arthritis, a simple lever handle on the faucet, instead of a twist knob, can mean the difference between independence and frustration. Each adaptation is a message that says, I honor myself. I deserve to feel safe and strong. The next step is inward, learning to listen to your own body. That means tuning in on the days you feel low energy and choosing self-compassion over routine. Skipping a bath because your knees ache or your heart feels tired is not a failure. It's wise stewardship of your body. Fresh clothes, clean hands, a cool rinse for the face, and brushing your teeth may be all that's needed to feel revived. Your comfort is a priority, not an afterthought. And finally, involve those who help care for you. Whether it's a family member, home nurse, or aide, talk to them about what you've learned. Let them know you value safety, comfort, and dignity above outdated ideas of cleanliness. Many caregivers were taught that daily bathing is mandatory. But when you share the science and your preferences, you help them grow too. This is where the true wisdom of elders shines, not only living better, but leading others there. This journey is not about lowering standards. It's about raising your quality of life. It's about protecting your energy, skin, and confidence so that you can enjoy more of the moments that matter. When you embrace these new truths, you're not letting go of hygiene. You're stepping into a healthier, more empowered version of it. And let's not forget the emotional weight so many carry in silence. The fear of becoming a burden, of smelling bad, of losing one's dignity. These fears are valid, but they don't have to define you. With smarter care and the courage to change, you reclaim your independence. You prove that elderly wisdom isn't just about knowing the past. It's about having the courage to lead by example in the present. Hygiene is no longer just a checklist of steps to complete. It becomes a thoughtful practice of honoring yourself every day. Imagine a routine where your first thought in the morning isn't, I must rush into the shower, but how can I care for myself kindly today? That shift alone can change the emotional tone of your day, and by extension, your week, your relationships, your life. This is what makes senior care different from any other phase. It demands not just maintenance, but meaning. Let's revisit the heart of what this entire series has aimed to say. You are not less because you are aging. You are not weaker because you choose rest. You are not less hygienic because you choose spot cleaning over full body scrubbing. In fact, you are wiser for it. You are choosing to honor your skin, your energy, and your time. If you found value in this series, if something resonated, inspired you, or helped you rethink a long-held belief, please consider sharing this video with someone you care about. Like, comment with a reflection or a tip of your own, and subscribe for more insights drawn from elderly reflections, senior health research, and life lessons from the elderly. Let's keep this conversation going for ourselves and for those we love. You're never too old to feel your best. You're never too old to live with intention. Before you go, let me ask you one thing. Where are you watching from? Drop your city, state, or country in the comments. I'd love to know where this message is reaching. Whether you're tuning in from a cozy town in Ohio, a quiet apartment in Singapore, or a sunny porch in New Zealand, this community grows stronger with every voice. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more real stories, elderly wisdom, senior health tips, and inspiration to help you or your loved ones live stronger, longer, and with more peace.